The day this trailer released was the day I bought my Switch. It was a coincidence, but still, I don't think I ever was or ever will be hyped for a game more than I was for Smash Ultimate. Smash is such a legendary series, so another entry was guaranteed to be incredible. The last game was stuck on a dead console, and was also kinda mid, so it was time for the next one to show up, and it sure did. This was the first of many trailers leading up to the game's release. It was shown off at the end of the Nintendo Direct on March 8, 2018. It confirmed that the Inklings would be in the game, along with silhouettes of some characters like Breath of the Wild Link and some Italian. We wouldn't hear anything about the game until E3 of that year, where Nintendo would have another Direct, with over half of it being dedicated to Smash. The director of the game, Masahiro Sakurai, told us to take a look, and a video showing who the next roster would have was shown. This video is perfect. Every character was chosen to be in the perfect spot in this trailer, not only to line up with the music, but also to build the most amount of hype possible, and it sure did. It starts off with characters that were basically guaranteed to be joining, like Mario and Donkey Kong. Then it builds off of this, showing characters that weren't 100% guaranteed, like Sonic, who's not a Nintendo character, and Mewtwo, who was a DLC character in the previous game. Then Ice Climbers, who were cut from the previous game because of the stupid 3DS port, and Inklings, who were a brand new character, were shown. Then more characters that weren't guaranteed to join, like Pokemon Trainer, Lucas, Ryu, and even Cloud were confirmed. This game sure has a lot of returning characters. Snake! Oh! Come on, you don't mean everyone. Oh, you mean everyone. What? Huh? Yeah. The director talked more in depth about some of the characters, items, and stages. For example, he introduced the concept of Echo Fighters, which are basically the same as their original fighter, except a bit different. The best example of this is the fighter he revealed while explaining this, Daisy. She has basically the same moveset as Peach, so that makes her an Echo Fighter. While I'm here, I should mention that I'm going to be ranking every new character's reveal, starting with Daisy. It's a C tier. It does the job just fine, and I think anything more would have been too much, but compared to the other reveals, it's underwhelming. The Direct ended with one final announcement, as most do. Some characters can't get into Smash because of predetermined rules. For example, one of the rules is that a character must be a video game character. It can't originate from something other than a video game. Another rule is that a character can't be too big, which is the main reason why Ridley was never added. What? S tier. Only 6 months away. Not that long in the grand scheme of things, but back then, it was pure torture. They held a tournament at E3 for the best players to come and show their skills at the game. Sakurai also used this opportunity to see where the game needed improvement, such as how Bayonetta still had her dumb stupid combo. After the tournament, he went back to Japan to continue working on the game. Soon after that, a website about the game would appear, showing a ton of information, such as some of the music, a brief showcase of every fighter, and a blog that would get updated periodically. I would say that I checked this every day, but I don't think that was true. I checked this every hour. I was in high school, I had nothing better to do. Besides the occasional blog update, we wouldn't hear anything about the game until August 8th. This time, a Direct dedicated to Smash was released. It started with a trailer with Luigi in a haunted house, where he literally gets defeated by death himself. Why do you want to unalive a game, the Mario Bros, so much? This trailer is so spooky that you'd think it's revealing Freddy Fazbear, but nope, it's Simon from Castlevania. After a brief, hey, did you know this guy has moves showcase, we cut back to the animated trailer where this guy shows up. Who is this guy? I have no idea. This reveal is an A tier. It's a bit long, but it's still very cool. After a more in-depth showcase of both, 2 more Echo Fighters were shown, Chrom and Dark Samus. Both reveals are C tier. They're like Daisy's reveal, where it's just like, hey yo, they're in, which works fine, and anything more would have been overkill really. More features like stages and options were also shown, but nobody cares about that. We only want to hear about the new characters, which is how the Direct ended. Rivals from all sorts of game series were shown, and then DK and Diddy were shown. It's King K. A silhouette appears. It's King K. The silhouette is revealed to be... Are you kidding me? This was a highly requested fighter, and for good reason. We needed more DK representation, and who better than King K. Rool? Baby Kong? This trailer is a solid S tier. The way it plays with your emotions is so genius. That was it, besides the blog updates, until September 13, when Nintendo would hold another General Direct, with the one more announcement being what we thought initially to be a new Animal Crossing game. But nope, Isabelle's in Smash. A tier. The fake out works so well. There was a rumor around this time of a bunch of characters that might have been added to the game, including Ken, who was also leaked before, Banjo-Kazooie, Chorus Kids, Geno, Isaac, Shadow, and Mock Rider. 5 of these were highly requested characters, and the other 2 were kinda weird. By the way, this was known as the Grinch leak. We, again, wouldn't hear anything about the game until November 1st, where the final Smash Direct before launch was held. It starts off by revealing, oh no, the Grinch leak was real. Oh no, it wasn't! This trailer is an S tier, purely because it destroyed the Grinch leak, and also it's a cool trailer in general. We were also shown what spirits are, which I'll explain later, along with more general information about the game, including online modes, settings, and items. Also, 5 new fighters were confirmed to be added post-launch in DLC, along with one more fighter that would have been free if you bought the game within a little over a month after it launched. That fighter was Piranha Plant. This has to be the weirdest addition to the game, and I love it. The reveal trailer was B tier though. The time had come. One more thing. We were about to get a more in-depth look at the story and why the spirits exist. Before the final video, Sakurai said, compared to Subspace Embassy, this is kinda garbage. I really couldn't think of anything better than Wario! The trailer begins with everyone standing on the edge of a cliff, ready to face off against a bunch of master hands and this thing. But before anything can happen, it launches a bunch of beams of light, unaliving in-game everyone, that is, except for Kirby. You might think that Sakurai chose Kirby to live purely because he created him, but in reality, he said that he thought that Kirby was the only one who could have survived the attack. And if you think about it, it's kinda true, but he really gave him some plot armor. After the attack, everyone gets turned into spirits. Kirby returns, and the game's theme plays for the first time. This song has lyrics. Why? This is the first main theme of the series to have lyrics that aren't gibberish, and I kinda hated it at first, but now, I tolerate it. It fits quite well with the story and makes the game feel even more ultimate than it already is. The trailer then shows more about how the story mode works, ending with the name of the story, World of Light. After that direct, the only thing left was for the game to release. And on December 7th, 2018, the game will— oh, hold on, the first DLC character was shown the day before. Joker from Persona 5 was shown to be the first DLC character at the Game Awards. That's it, B tier. Can I talk about the game now? After waiting for 9 months and for several years since the last game, we could finally play the game. Is it truly as ultimate as we were led to believe? Yeah. 74 characters at launch, the most out of the entire series. Most characters are very different from each other, so if you main random like I do, there's a ton of variety. There were also 103 stages. All of the stages have battlefield and platforms, which makes a total over 300. There are what the frick? There are more modes than just Smash, like Classic Mode, which is your basic arcade mode in a fighting game, and a story mode. The story mode isn't as good as Brawl's was. Brawl was much more story driven, whereas Ultimate Story is very minimal. What makes Ultimate Story mode stand out is that you fight using spirits. So after the thing happens, everyone gets turned into spirits. Then the spirits infect every fighter and give them certain powers, like becoming Big Yoshi or being immune to a stage hazard. You equip these spirits to your fighter to make them stronger. This is a great mechanic. For a while. While they're mainly used in the story mode, they can also be used in regular fights or to make your amiibo stronger. Real quick, if you don't know what amiibo are, they're figures that you can train and raise to become a super strong, and by that I mean kinda dumb, fighter. You could get spirits in the story mode along with the spirit board, fight against an enemy, then shoot the gun in-game at the enemy to collect your spirit. I would say I enjoyed this, but I didn't. The story mode is fun for the first time you play through it, but I haven't felt the need to go back to it once I did everything. What else is there? Almost 900 songs. I guess that's cool. You can make a Mii fighter. Alright, Special Smash lets you fight like this. I'll be honest, I basically exclusively play the main mode these days because that's where I have the most enjoyment. It's a ton of fun to play with friends and try to be one of the best random mains in the world. It's not going very well. I get Diddy Kong too often and everything just falls apart after that. Smash Ultimate is the best in the series, there's no doubt about it. The amount of characters alone make this game the best in the series. And the best part? There's still more characters to talk about. After launch, more stuff was added to the game, including new fighters, which I already mentioned, and not new fighters. Let's talk about that first. They added Home Run Contest, which is a pretty fun mode where you beat up a sentient sandbag, don't ask questions, and hit it with the bat to send it flying. I really like how you send it flying into space. You can also make your own stages with a touchscreen. The only limit is your imagination and the size of the stage. Also, there's a ton of Mii fighter costumes that you can pay for. The only ones of note are Cuphead, Doom Guy, Vault Boy, and some other third-party stuff. It's nice that they at least got some representation. Alright, now let's get to the good stuff. The second and third trailers were shown during E3 2019. The second one starts with Link fighting Marth and Meta Knight, but they're taken over by some dark power or something, doesn't matter. Just when Link is gonna give up, the next character comes in and saves him. It's none other than— that is a stupid name— the hero from Dragon Quest XI. Gameplay is shown, then more bad guys come to face him, but he's not alone. More heroes come and help. These are different main characters from Dragon Quest, and they act as skins for Hero in the game. He has a move where he commits unalive. That's cool. I'll be honest, I forgot what happened in this trailer until I rewatched it for this video. That's pretty cool, but forgettable. C tier. The third trailer starts out the same way that the King K. Rool one did, showing a bunch of rivalries in the game. Then it cuts to the three sleeping in the same shed.
It's Banjo! It's Banjo! No! Yeah!
S tier. If you're not familiar with Smash, you may be wondering why I'm spending so much time talking about the new character reveals. To be frank, I think it's probably the most important part of the game's history, even more than the game's release. I think you could only understand why if you wanted a specific character to be in the game, and also were there to watch it when it was shown. It was an event every time a new character was shown, and it was truly an experience unlike any other. So in other words, you should have been there, you moron! Anyway, let's rapid fire through the reveals that are just fine, but nothing special. The fourth DLC trailer has a Smash letter flying through the air, and a bunch of characters from King of Fighters attempting to catch it, and none do, except for Terry. This trailer's too long, and I just don't care about the character. C tier. The fifth one starts with, oh, it's Byleth. This one's lame because you knew who it was immediately. A Fire Emblem character. There are too many of those already. D tier. The sixth one is the same as Terry's, except with ARMS characters. Again, C tier. We're skipping ahead to the ninth one.
I got an invitation to join Snap!
No. The 10th one has a character throwing Ganondorf down a pit. Then it's revealed to be Kazuya from Tekken. This wasn't an overwhelming reveal because it's Tekken. Of course he was gonna join. C tier. Alright, now for the good stuff. Number 7, what you got? This is probably my favorite character to come from the DLC, and it made so much sense. It's the best-selling game of all time, and Smash is Smash, so of course he would join. We also got Alex, Zombie, and Enderman skins. Very cool. And a stage is randomly generated every time you play it. Weed Eater. S tier. Also, they literally had to update every stage to make his mining gimmick work. Worth it. The 8th trailer was shown at the Game Awards of 2020, and it's probably my favorite reveal trailer. Everyone's gathered to fight Galleon. Oh, I forgot to mention that's the name of this thing. It's about to launch its devastating attack, which we know what happens when it does, but right before it does, this happens. Who are you? I'll be honest, I didn't know who this was when I first saw the trailer. Despite this, it's still one of the best ones out of all the DLC fighters. He straight up unalives Mario, then fights Cloud, then spoils the final boss from the game he's in. S tier. Also, he got released early as a special limited time thing, where if you fight against him in this thing, you would just straight up get him and his stage. Pretty neat. But now, on to the final fighter. October 5th, 2021. Almost 3 years since the game launched. The time had come for the final DLC character to be revealed. The final character needed to be something special. Someone that a lot of people not only know who the character is, but also the significance of the character being in Smash. It can't end with Colgate like the last DLC pack did. And who did they choose to be the final character added to Smash? Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Out of all the characters in gaming, this is the best one they could have chosen. Except for Kiryu. Nobody ever expected him to join because he's owned by Disney. So seeing him in the game was a dream come true. S tier. Smash Ultimate has done what no other game has done or most likely ever will do. It brought together a significant amount of franchises into a single game. Never before could you ask who would win in a fight between Pichu and Ganondorf, Mario and Mega Man. Who are these two? Never again will there be a game that does what this game has. The next Smash game, if there even will be one, cannot top what this game did. It achieved the impossible many times over. Even though it launched 5 years ago and the last fighter was released 2 years ago, it's still a game that I enjoy getting angry at every time I lose because my friend spams down air with Kirby every single time and it's so annoying, like literally do anything else. My Switch says I have almost 400 hours in the game, when in reality, it's much more than that because of the amount of time I've played it with my friends. It really is such a good time with friends, no matter how infuriating it can be when my friend spams with Kirby. Masahiro Sakurai and his team have created a legendary series of games, and each entry is better than the last one every single time. Almost every single time. This one is no exception, and in my opinion, it's the best one in the series. People were concerned about him being overworked while making this game. One reason being because of the work culture in Japan, which is work until you unalive. People were starting to get concerned when the first Smash Direct aired. His eyes were very clearly red in that one. That's the reason why you can't watch it on the Nintendo YouTube channel anymore. Then, during the last Nintendo Direct before launch, he said,
I wonder if I'll ever get to take a break.
take a break. He probably has since the last DLC fighter released 2 years ago. But continue taking a break. You have created what no other developer ever could. A Super Smash Bros. Game to beat all other Super Smash Bros., maybe even all Nintendo games. After you add Kiryu, then you can take a break. Thanks for watching. Don't leave. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy this one too. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an upload. Okay, now you can leave.